Welcome to Absolute Legends. I am Bonefresh, I am Pete, I am back. It is another weekly rotation from the 10th of February to the 16th of February. This one, I kind of went a bit cheap this week. I've only got one niche fragrance and all the rest are pretty much dirt cheap apart from one other one. So if you want to know what some cheap fragrances are like and if they're worth your money, let me tell you what this week's weekly rotation, number 31. Right, we kick off the week and it starts in 2019 and this fragrance I think I paid less than a tenner for. So if you're telling me that you can go and not buy fragrances because it's more than a tenner, I'm going to tell you now that's a lie. You can buy this one. This is Yardley Gentleman Classic. Now this one I say is woody, it's spicy, it's sexy. It's aromatic fougere, which is amazing. Now it's got pink pepper, cardamom. Now this goes a little nuances towards Nardwuar, which is always nice. It's also got musk, amber, chocolate, sandalwood in here. It's rich, it's creamy, it's sexy. And if anyone says to me that they can't afford fragrances, this is proof that you can. I think most Yardley fragrances are about 10, maybe 15 quid. They're not expensive. This one is a super sexy fragrance, and I tell you now, it garners attention. It does perform decent. It gets about 6 to 7 hours off my skin. So for a sub 10 quid fragrance, you're going to get 7 hours of performance. I'm not going to complain about that at all. Super sexy, really good one to find. I've got 2 from Yardley, but I'd like to pick up a few more. Let me know how good they are. If you know any others, I think I've got the Urban one as well, the Gentleman Urban. But if you know other ones that I should try out, let me know in the comments. But for Monday, a real sexy number. This is Yardley Gentleman Classic. Right, we roll on into Tuesday, and this one came out in 2012. This is a very sexy marine fragrance, and this is sub 20 quid. So I've gone a little bit up in price, but not by much, and it's still a good one. This is Guest Bleu Eau de Toilette. This one for me is really, it kind of reminds me of an Acqua di Gio. That's sweet, it's a tiny bit sweet, but basically that's cardamom in here, cashmere, sea notes, cedar, citruses, this one, and a little bit of sandalwood. It's creamy, but it's also got those oceanic notes that kind of remind me of Acqua di Gio. So if you wanted a version of Acqua di Gio and you thought, don't really want to pony up 80, 90 quid, and you're thinking, what can I possibly get as an alternative? Here you go. This one will do you just as good. It runs about 6 to 7 hours, give or take, depending on how cool it is. It was a cool day today, on that day. So this one is a great one to do. It's also a perfect one for the gym, or if it's coming into spring or autumn. This one works fantastically well if you're on a tight budget, which I know some people are, which is totally fine. This one will garner a little bit of attention. It does smell a little bit, because that cardamom in here does give it that sexy nuance in here. Really underrated one. So from Tuesday, this is Guest Bleu Eau de Toilette. Right, as we roll on into Wednesday, this one kind of similar to the last one. This one came out in 2015, and this one is from Lord of Lavin. This is Eclat des Arbres Pour Homme. This one is a real fresh, clean, fresh out of the shower type of fragrance. It's got lime, bergamot, lots of orange in here, so lots of citruses that come out straight away, which is really nice. But it also got some nuances like rosemary, jasmine in here. It smells amazing. Musk, cedar, and a little touch of sandalwood. It's light, it's woody, it's aromatic, but it's sexy. Doesn't perform brilliantly. I get about 5 hours off my skin. Again, this is about 25 quid, give or take, where you go. Again, perfect for the office, and you will need to reapply this one, or you put some ISOE or unboxing in here. Otherwise, you're going to need to reapply. But if you put those two on, you're good for the whole day if you want to be in the office. Not offensive to anyone. You will smell very nice. Nothing here that's sinister. And if you're just trying to get into fragrances, any of those first 3 will be brilliant ones to start you out on your fragrance journey and see where you can go with it. This one, kind of a sleeper really. Not many people talk about this one anymore because it's a decade old and no one really wants to talk about Lavin. So this is Eclat des Arbres by Lavin. Right, as we roll on into Thursday, this one is a little bit more expensive. This was about 50, 55 pounds, but still for a designer fragrance, I don't think it's over the top expensive. Now this is 2 decades old, So I will pre-warn you now, this one is a real classic. So this is from Ralph Lauren, this is black. This is not double black, that's been discontinued. This is just the original black. But the main note in here that you'll predominantly smell straight away is the mango. And the mango in here is really nice, fresh, uplifted. But it's also got lemon, wormwood, it's a little touch of tangerine, patchouli, tonka, and a little sage. Now this is kind of more what's going on right now with a little bit of green nuances. It's one of those ones that kind of come back into style, if that makes sense. So every so often things go back into what we used to like. So I'm not expecting like a 1980s powerhouse to come back in style anytime soon. But things like this, where it's a bit more modernized, take on a Fougere or a clear, fresh stuff with mango in it, that's kind of more what's going to happen. So this one is almost like a come around, but a really nice one as well. Try and find this one if you can, and if you want try and start with the design label that is not too bad, try and find Ralph Lauren Palette Black. Right, as we roll into Friday, now this one I do believe might be discontinued. I'm not 100% sure about that one, but I'd rather go with the possibility it has discontinued rather than it's not. It's came out a decade ago, and this whole line is amazing. But this is Mercedes-Benz Club Extreme. This one is a real woody, sexy fragrance with mandarin orange. It's got bergamot off the top, but amber, leather, sandalwood. It's got some depth to this, and again, this is more better for the cooler glaze, woods, musk, and a bit of patchouli. This one is kind of been dubbed down because obviously we've got Club Black. Club Black was amazing. It came out 2 years after this, and people kind of forgot about this one for some reason. Don't know why, but obviously Club Black was that vanilla benzoin one. This one is a woody, sexy, aromatic fragrance. It smells amazing when it's the cold weather. So if you find this one, try and pick up a bottle of this before it's completely out of hand and you can't get hold of it anymore. But a real sexy little number. And so if you can find this one, try and get Mercedes-Benz Club Extreme. Right, as we roll into yesterday, this one is again a cheapie. It is also a clone. And I do believe it is a clone of a Byredo fragrance. I've spoken about this one before. This one came out in 2022, and this is called Vibrant Vetiver Delight. This one for me, it smells amazing. It is fresh. It's got a fruity nuance of black currant, which is not normal you get in this. Also lemon, bergamot, orange flower. It's got some, obviously, vetiver, some cedar in here, and amber. And a little touch of florals with jasmine in here as well. This one smells extremely classy. Now, I believe this runs about 35 to 40 quid, give or take where you buy. Obviously, don't buy it full retail because it's just not worth it, or anything at full retail because it's not worth it, unless you know you've got one to buy it and it's the only place you can get it. But otherwise, try and find it at discounters, get it when you can. But this one is a very classy fragrance, absolutely perfect for the office, and you can wear it pretty much all the time. It's something a little bit different to most things, so I really enjoyed this one. From yesterday to this is a Mere Corner Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Right, as we leave us today, and today I went with a very expensive fragrance. Now, I don't recommend buying all these fragrances because you don't need them, but for me today I went with the 2021 release from this house. It's the only one I've got from this house. Is from the House of Zoologist, and I've talked about Kawara a few times. This is a slight black tea, eucalyptus, incense, spicy nuance. It's brilliant. I don't know why it's super unique. On the front of perfumery, I don't know anything that smells even remotely similar to this. So this one is super unique. I love the fact that it's different. Again, let me know in the comments which should I get next from Zoologist, because I'll really be interested in. But sandalwood, musk, amber, and vanilla. Now, amber and vanilla I'm going to love, but it's the eucalyptus and the black tea and the spice in here that makes it smell so amazing. So super unique fragrance. They only come in 60 ml bottles, and they have changed the bottles way they do the bottles anyway. So they won't be like this. There'll be more rounded ones, I think, from what I remember. So a great little one from today, but this is not cheap. This one's about 170, 80 quid. So just be aware it's not the cheapest in the world, and it's a 60 ml. But I really enjoy this one. So from today, our longevity of this is a decent 8 hours. So for a fresh-ish fragrance, that's not bad. So from today, I bought Zoologist Koala. Right, so there you have it, another week in the books, and as always, let me know in the comments what you've been rocking this week. I absolutely love hearing from you guys. As always, if you want a top 10 list of fragrance for you or a question, hit me up in the comments. And as always, I'm on TikTok and Instagram at Former Fragrances. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Let's go and get 2,000 subscribers. And as always, you absolute legends smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.